gluten-free, that's right. Everybody got their name in for the draw? Oh, we got a couple. Jaylee's putting yours in. You can't put your name in, Jaylee. Okay.
These are for people who entered on our Facebook.
Okay, fair enough. Oh, awesome. Well, I'm sure you all enjoyed those first presentations as much as I did. That was just a perfectly yes, thanks. Perfectly described exactly the intent of our Me Time initiative. So just a brief history, how it began. It hasn't really been going for all that long, but really there was just a recognized need, as the lady said, just for some solutions to help our community members to cope with their mental health, their well-being challenges, and the isolation and stress and anxiety, that type of thing. We realized there's a need out there, and we just, Tammy talked to a few people in the community, we put our heads together, what can we do? And thought something like this would be great and just what is needed. And so in that conversation, it was like, but we can't do this on our own. This is bigger than just the Grand Coteau. So that's when we reached out to the Wellness and Leisure Committee, to the library, to the EDC, to get those partners involved as well, because they can help us to reach a wider demographic, and they can offer more diverse activities than what we have the capacity for here. So together, we're stronger than just alone. So it's just a great partnership between all of those organizations. And each partner brings a lot of value to the table. Everybody's connected to different community members, to people that are sports-minded, to business people, to artsy people, to people who love lifelong learning and reading. There's just a real wide breadth of connections we can make there. And the program really, in its essence, is intended to be just a simple thing. It's inclusive. It's meant to be safe, not a scary place to be. It's meant to be life affirming and just a positive experience all around. No judgment, no expectations. We don't want it to be stressful. We just want it to be a positive experience for everyone. We've decided that it should be just targeted towards adults. And so it's adult individuals, couples, groups of any sizes. And we wanted to focus on adults because that's where we see the biggest need. It seems like kids have natural connections. They've got school, they've got, and yes, we have work and whatever, but they have those extracurricular activities, and the parents have the stress. And so we just feel like the adults don't necessarily have that outlet in our community to just go out and do something for me, right? And we feel that the benefits, our whole community will benefit when our adults are well adjusted and have things to do for themselves and are looking after themselves. So that's really why we decided adults would be a great sort of target for this, because we, darn it, need to have some me time. And we want them all to be positive experiences. Again, like I said, we probably won't have, alcohol at any of the events, or, we just want, and it's inclusive in the fact that you don't have to have a friend. You don't have to come with a friend. Each activity is just open to everyone. So if you just want to come on your own, you're welcome to it. Don't feel like you need to, oh, who am I going to phone to come? Just come. You'll always be welcomed. You'll always be included as much as you want to be. So if it's an activity that you're like, I don't know if I really want to do that, that's fine. Come anyways. Come and see what it's about. Maybe you won't want to do that particular activity, but at least you'll be here with others. You can see what they're doing. You can have a cup of coffee, whatever. And you can just connect that way. So, and then maybe the next activity will be something you want to do. Or maybe you skip a couple activities and there's another one coming down the pipe that does interest you. But like they said, try it. You might like it. You don't know. So none of it, there's no expectations, no like, oh my goodness, you're going to paint like Picasso after the paint night. No, you're just going to come and play with paint, or play with clay, or you're going to go and try disc golf and maybe you throw it into the weeds. Who cares? It's not about being perfect. It's just about allowing ourselves to play and have some fun and connect, really. So that's really the intent. So spread the word. There's more people out there that need this than we know. So So I'm going to, what am I going to do first? Okay. I'll tell you how it's going to work. That's what I'll do. Okay, so as I mentioned, there are 4 partners. So stop me if I'm confusing you, because this confuses me sometimes, but I want to be as clear as I can. 4 partners. In theory, 4 weeks per month. So each partner will plan an activity for one of the weeks. So, and each activity will be held on a different day of the week. So the intent is every week of the month there'll be an activity, but it's not always going to be on a Monday, not always on a Tuesday. It'll go throughout the week, because we know that people's schedules are varied, and we don't want you not to be able to come because, oh, I've got choir practice every Wednesday and I cannot come to a Wednesday. Doesn't matter. Maybe the next one will be on a Thursday, right? So, and besides, you choir people, you know, you got stuff to do, so whatever. No, but I'm just saying, that's the intent, is we know people, you know, have weekly commitments, whatever. So we want to spread it about as much as we can. So in theory, each month there would be at least 4 Me Time activities. Does that make sense? Okay. So the other important aspect as well is that it will be low or no cost. All of the events are meant to be barrier free. If it's a financial barrier that you have, you know, don't worry about it. We're going to try to offer things that may have a marginal small cost or will be free. And it's just experiences, right? So that's another sort of one of our boxes that we're ticking off there. And as I said before, just a safe environment. Come alone, participate, don't participate, just hang out, but just allow yourself some time to be. So I'm going to also let you know then, how are you going to find out about these events? So we're going to try to reach as many people as many ways as we can. So we will have posters. Our lovely Anna from the town office is helping us with the communications. So we will be presenting, creating posters for each of the events. They'll be displayed here. They'll be displayed at the Wickenheiser Center, around town. Wherever is a good place to hang a poster, we'll try to get one there. We will be talking to the Shaunavon Standard newspaper about, you know, maybe a weekly ad if we can get a great deal. But Paul is always so good at offering us editorial and support in any way, so we will definitely be advertising in the newspaper as well. And there's that electronic sign by the high school, so there will be a little information on there as well. So those are some of those places, if you don't have the internet, that you can find out about what's going on. If you do have the internet, online now, here's where technology comes in. So Joanne's going to hit escape, right?
Yep.
Okay. And she's going to go here. So the Town of Shaunavon website. Again, with the help of Lauren and Anna and the magical people at the town office, through the website you can go to, so right now, Wellness and Leisure page and the Grand Coteau page both will have the calendar. So I'm going to go to Wellness and Leisure page because it's not on the Grand Coteau page.
It is now.
Oh, it is now. Never mind, I'm going to the Grand Coteau. No. So, did you see where I went? So here we go. Home. So when you go to Shaunavon.com, that's where you are. You can scroll down. I'm just going to use this because it's just easier for me. So there's Wellness and Leisure. There's Grand Coteau. Oh, I'm going to click on Grand. And so then you scroll down. Me Time. I don't know if it'll always have this picture on that section or whatever. Probably not. That'll probably change. But here you can see, click on the calendars. September. Go back. Go away. There it is. Okay. Anyways, so that will be on those website pages. But that was pages on the Town of Shaunavon website. Also, Facebook. Me Time has a Me Time Shaunavon Facebook page. Shaunavon is important there because apparently there's a lot of Me Time Facebook pages. So, and here you will see really probably the bulk of the information, posters and all that stuff will be posted, more detailed, probably oriented on the Facebook page. So you can just feel free to go and have a look, share, whatever, like, invite people, or, you know, follow, all that kind of good stuff you do on social media. So those are 2 ways when you are on the internet. And then I'm going to go to, from current slide, Please God, there we go. Okay. and of course, any of the people from any of these committees is more than happy to answer your questions. Pop in here, Anne at the library, us at the Grand Coteau, Dana at the Crescent Point Wickenheiser Center, Anna, Lauren at the town office. We're always willing to answer your questions or point you in the right direction. So those are the ways that you can connect and find out what Me Time activities are coming up. So these calendars, actually, there are some printouts. There are some printouts if you want to take one home with you tonight. We have some that you can grab on the way out. September and October calendars. Kind of just put it on each date, what's coming up. And that is my lovely segue into inviting our partners up. So I'm going to invite Lauren from the EDC and Dana from Wellness and Leisure to come up and talk about our very first upcoming Me Time event in Shaunavon.
Hi everybody, I'm Lauren from the EDC, if you don't know me. This is Dana from the Wellness and Leisure Committee. Before I kind of go over what me and Dana are doing, I just kind of wanted to say that I'm really glad that Joanne and Tammy kind of dreamed up this project and brought us all in as partners. For me, from an economic development standpoint, the connection is pretty obvious. In order to have economic development, we need people, and we really need to be able to support the people in our community to be able to have that economic development. So from my standpoint, moving forward, I'm really going to try to foster connections with the business community for a lot of my events, whether that be bringing businesses in as partners or hosting events. So if you are a local business owner or know somebody that might have an idea for an event, feel free to let me know. So I guess the first program that me and Dana are actually going to be collaborating on together is coming up next Thursday. We're going to be hosting a disc golf clinic. It's an intro, so kind of come learn the game. I'm going to be there. I need to learn my skills because I tried once and I am horrible. We're going to have a local disc golf enthusiast. I'm not good at the microphone. Morgan Anderson come and instruct the clinic. So I think it's going to be a really great fun opportunity just to learn a little bit about the sport, get out, have some fun, meet some new people. And I think that's a really great way for us to work together to kind of kick off this initiative. And then moving forward for me, as I said, a lot of my programs in the coming months and in the new year are going to be kind of focused around partnering with businesses. So I've already had a lot of conversations with some businesses for some events that are going to be upcoming, like a trivia night at the movie theater, a financial literacy workshop with Affinity Credit Union, and some things like that. So lots of exciting things to look forward to moving forward. I don't know what you want to say, but you can talk.
I think Lauren pretty much covered our disc golf one, so yeah, we hope to see a lot of people out for that. Our idea kind of came up was that there was a lot of people in the community that were really interested in doing disc golf, but they were hesitant to learn it themselves, so this is how that one came about. Yeah, mine will be focused not necessarily strictly on sports, but a couple of the first ones are another clinic that I'll be having in November, still figuring out the details of it, but that'll be for pickleball. Again, that came about, there was a lot of interest, people wanted to get involved in it. We have a pretty good club started, so just to get that, keep that momentum going and that, so yeah. Yeah, just keep checking back. Again, the dates that we have there could potentially change as more information comes in, so yeah, just keep an eye on the webpage or Facebook or ask one of us. So, yeah.
And I guess one thing I didn't mention was we are not putting any pressure on ourselves either. So if only 2 people show up to our activity, we don't care. Those 2 people are going to get the whole show because they need it, right? If it's 1 person that showed up, they need it. So don't ever feel like, oh my goodness, I'm the only one here. No, we're here. Let's have a party, okay? So I'm going to next ask up Anne from the library to talk about her upcoming activity.
So thanks so much everybody for being here tonight. I just think this project has the potential to be so much fun, and I'm looking forward to, you know, all of you attending at least some of the activities. Our goal was to try to get as wide a variety of activities as possible, so there was something that appealed to everybody. So if you can get yourself out of the house, we promise you'll have a good time. The hardest part is going to be getting your shoes on and getting out of the house.
Especially in the winter.
Yeah. So our first activity is actually a recipe swap, and so it'll be at the library on the 26th. So bring a recipe, we'll copy them all at the library, bring one that you want to share, and you'll take home a bunch of good ones with you too. We had a lot of fun last spring with our cookbook book club. We did a memoir called Arab Cooking on a Prairie Homestead. Great book. And so we'll pick another book that night. I'll announce the book that's going to be for our cookbook book club for this fall. So that could be really fun. Our October event is going to be Build a Bookmark. And we've been working with the East End Library, and Diane Cole in East End is an artist. And she's creating for us some Shaunavon Library bookmarks. But then we thought we need to give everybody else a chance to do this too. So she's going to come and teach us some art techniques, and you can take home a bookmark or a card or something for your wall, whatever you want to do. So it'll just be time to come and have some fun with paint. She sounds like she has all kinds of fantastic things to show us, so that could be really fun. And then actually our November activity, November 1st, right off the bat, the Saskatchewan Library Association is having a book spine poetry contest. So you're gonna all come to the library and make book spine poetry, and I made 2 this afternoon. They're just on the end of the desk there. So the idea is that you just stack the titles of the books, read them in order, and they make a poem. You guys, this was way more fun than it should have been. I spent ages doing this afternoon. So please go read my poems and come and make your own poems. We'll have some other activities too. Yeah, it's just a chance to get together and be silly and have some fun. So I hope that you all come out. While I have a microphone, I just want to make a plug for one more thing at the library. For Orange Shirt Day, September 30th, we will have an activity in the evening just for anybody who wants to come and honor that day. And there'll be some art supplies available. There's be some stories available. We'll just see who's there and how people want to recognize the day. But we have been gathering resources and books on Orange Shirt Day, so if you want to take a look before you go home, there's some great books there. And I think that's all I had to say, so thank you. Thank you.
Doesn't this sound like fun? Spread the word. It's going to be amazing. Tammy, are you ready? Tammy's right up there. She loves talking to school children, adults, no, she doesn't like talking to adults, but in front of like this. Not her favorite thing to do, so.
Okay, 3 is my limit.
3 adults is my limit. Let's all just, give her our positive energy. She can do it.
Go Tammy!
Go Tammy!
So we recognize that a lot of people just want to come and be entertained too. So our first activity is a special screening by George Sugrianas. And actually, if I watched the trailer and it looks amazing. So it's a documentary called Wild Prairie Man. An intimate portrait of a man enthralled with the wild prairie of the Grasslands National Park, James Page. Yeah, it looks like it could be a great event. Just another plug. We may be having popcorn and refreshments thanks to the credit unions, so that might help make your mind up to come out. In November,
just that the artists will be here as well.
Oh yes, the artists will be, both artists will be here, so it should be a great evening. In November, our hope is that we are going to be doing some tile carving, some clay tile carving. And again, it's just, there's no pressure. Even if you just want to come out and watch people carving tiles, truthfully, by the time you're done watching for a little while, you'll probably want to join them too. So yeah, I think we've got some great events. And at the Ground in Coteau, we always have stuff going on. So coffee chat, first Friday of every month, if anybody ever wants to join us for that. We have sing along with Anne, the 3rd and 4th Friday of every month. And we have workshops happening all the time. There's a watercolor workshop this weekend with Dean Bosch. We've got Culture Days events coming up throughout September, October. And yeah, I think one of our events is going to be learning to weave some modern weaving on a loom. So yeah, keep your eyes open.
Awesome.
She did great. See you guys, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
So there you go, that's in a nutshell. Now, just so you know, for December, this is going to be an anomaly. So our plan is to ride this out for like a year, 10 months, whatever. We're going to give this a good shot, see how it goes. If it's really successful, it will continue, and we are sure it will. But December, we know everybody's super busy, and so are we. And so we have sort of decided to pool our resources for that month. And we will be doing sort of one or two events. We're kind of thinking one that'll be like a bigger event. It'll involve a twinkle tour, singing carols, celebrating Christmas as a community in sort of a me time fashion. And then another one that'll be just a little lower key for those who maybe just celebrate Christmas in a different way, or just don't even want to recognize Christmas or whatever, but just want to, an opportunity to be out at that time of year. And that's important too, because we know that there's people out there that just don't want to do the Christmas thing, and that's fine. So we'll do something like open the gallery. We're going to have a wonderful art show and sale here. They can just come in, have a look at the artwork, have a coffee, whatever, just visit, or just sit, read a book in the library. We'll open up the library, won't we, Anne? Whatever, but yeah, so that's kind of our December plan. So it's not going to be one a week sort of in that month, because we realize it is very busy. There's dark horse, there's parade lights, there's all sorts of things going on. So so that's kind of our plan for December. Again, keep your eyes peeled. We will be having lots of information released. So any questions at this point? Anything that doesn't seem quite clear? And of course, any ideas. We are open to ideas. We don't have all of the ideas. The best ideas we get, we steal from others. So if you have anything that, gee, I would really like to try that, or, I've seen this done somewhere else.
Or if somebody would like to
lead something or host something, absolutely. This is not just our initiative. This is a community initiative, and the more people that get involved, the better. So please,